Hello students, warm welcome to this English language learning class. I express my extreme happiness to let you know that many of you are following these grammar lessons, and one among you had asked me a doubt when I was dealing the homework of this active to passive voice, and the doubt was asked on the second question. I think I am clear. You had asked for the second question, that is respect your elders, that is in imperative sentence active voice to change into passive voice. I think I will simplify this answer. So before that, my suggestion is children always follow in the chronological order that I have taught you. I had started from transformation of sentences, different kinds of sentences. There only I gave you all the rules, what is assertive, what is imperative. So once again I can repeat it, that last class I gave you the how to change the imperative sentence to from active to passive. It's very simple, that imperative sentences are, the command, order, entreaty, advise, warn. I had given you that. You can please go back and see the video, and still once again I will remind you. So while changing imperative sentence in active voice to passive voice, you have to use let -be form and should be. Okay, so this is the one example I will give you how to change. Imperative sentence doesn't have a subject. That means it is understood, not used. Shut the door means you shut the door. So as it is order, command and all, it doesn't carry a subject. So but it is understood. So let's transform this shut the door. Active to passive, the subject becomes object and the object becomes the subject, and follow the same tense form plus be form. So here it is shut the door. It is in simple present. So let us change that. I told you let and be form, let plus subject plus be form, then object in past participle. So let the door be shut. When be form use, the main verb will be, main verb shut the door, main verb will be in past participle. This shut has all the three forms same, not shutted. Okay, shut, 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 present, past and past participle. Similarly, should be also you can use. The door, the object will come here, the door should be shut. I told you should be or let be. Third way also you can use. The expression you have to use as the verb. Shut the door means ordering. So you is understood. So subject you have to bring. And present tense. So you are ordered to shut the door. In these three forms, you can change the active voice in imperative sentence to passive voice. I think now it is very clear. Why you have found the doubt, I can tell you that. Follow the kinds of sentences, what are active and what are imperative sentence, assertive, and the rules I gave you last class, that also you follow. Watch the video again in active to passive voice. It will be more clear to you. I think it is now clear. So let's now go to the homework I had given you last class regarding the conditional sentences. So conditional, you perhaps remember open condition, past condition and hypothetical condition. So the rules I gave, those are very important, because one side if it is given the verb, you will see the other side fill in the gap means by seeing this tense form you can know what verb form you will use here. So I told you open is simple present tense, if clause will be simple present and main clause will be will, and hypothetical if clause will be simple past, naturally this main clause will be would, and in past condition if clause will be in past perfect and the main clause will be in would have. So remember that those rules only you have to put. See here, if you remember that rules, you can identify the condition and then put it, because most this question comes even in the change the verb from the bracket. So first I gave you, if I were a milliner, I dash help in the bracket generously the poor. So I, where it shows that it is simple past. So simple past means, if clause simple past means it is hypothetical. So main clause will be would. The modal would will be there. I would help generously the poor. Second, if he had seen her, he would have been angry. So begin unless I gave. So he had and would have shows that it is in past condition. So we have to use unless. Unless he had seen her, he would not have been angry. Okay. So third, if you took a flight, you would get there in time. Took and would shows that it is in hypothetical condition, simple past and would form. So begin unless. Unless you took a flight, you would not get there in time. Okay children. Question number 4. Had he not helped me, I would have been a bankrupt. So had shows past condition, would have also shows past condition. Begin with but for. I had given you this but for. Had not is equal to but for. So but for his help. He is there. He, reflective pronoun his. But for his help, I would have been a bankrupt. So this main clause will remain same. Hope you remember that. This no change will take place in main clause. Fifth one, if she finishes early, she will go home. So finishes simple present will form. This shows that it is in open condition. Like that you have to identify first. Then you have to change into same condition. Unless you identify, you cannot change into same condition. So begin unless. Unless she finishes early, she will not go home. Okay. So next one. If he were to see you, he would be surprised. I gave you this different form. Begin where. Where followed by subject and infinitive to. Were he to see you, he would be surprised. Main clause will be remain same. Seventh one, if he hears of your marriage, he will be surprised. Begin should. This also I had given you. Should he hear of your marriage? Main clause will remain same. He will be surprised. Should he hear, not hears. Then last, eighth one, most important. If I dash had time, I would have visited the exhibition. This time example I had given. If I had, would have shows it is in past condition. So had, you have to use past perfect. And this had is possession. If I had time. So I hope you have understood this and your answers must be correct. By taking these rules, you do it. Solve all the questions from the Total English book. Thank you, and we'll meet you in the next session, and I am going to bring you the most important and the last grammar session, that is direct and indirect speech.